I'm going to say it. To God be the glory. That's what I say. Anything else really doesn't matter. But just really proud of our team, proud of our coaches, our fans, everybody who believed and showed up and cheered and played their tails off. Florida is not a good team, but a great team in my opinion. Everything we saw on film was you just kind of scratch your head and trying to figure out a way to have success against them. But I think our guys were very serious about playing with intensity, playing with some physicality. They've been accused of some things that guys don't like to be accused of, and I think that probably helped. It helped motivate them. I don't think there's another game this year that we quite came out of the gate like we did in this one. Maybe Vanderbilt. I think some guys were a little bit mad about some things that happened the year before. And so I got to do a better job of figuring out a way to motivate, I guess. But thankfully, we did a good job this week, and guys got after it.
Coach, I think I might ask you this exact same question but have you ever seen a singular performance like what Jarvis Jones did tonight?
Right. I didn't really realize exactly what he had done until they told me what he did. I looked at the line. Well, I think it's worth reading. He had 12 solo tackles, 1 assist for 13. He had 3 sacks, 4.5 tackles for loss, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 fumble recoveries. That's on a bum ankle, and I know his groin's not really 100% yet. But he really led for us. He led for us obviously on the field, but he was more vocal this game than I've ever seen him. He really wanted this one badly. He did a good job of just keeping the intensity up because he knew what it was going to take, and just really happy for his performance, and just glad that he's a Georgia Bulldog.
Mark, as great as a Missouri performance was by Jarvis, this one seemed to be better, didn't it, coming against a great team like Florida?
Well, both of them were great performances in big games and when we needed it the most, and so I think they were both outstanding performances. But we've been playing Florida for hundreds of years or whatever it is, and we've only played Missouri once that I can remember. Maybe we did way back in the olden days, but it's certainly very meaningful to be able to do it against one of your biggest rivals.
Mark, what did you say to Malcolm after the flag and to have him kind of make
I don't remember. But I did. I said enough to make him think that he may not ever get in the game again. And he started walking off. So I grabbed the back of his shoulder pads and I said, "Hey Malcolm, I'm only going to take you out for one play. You're going back in." But he was. I think he was probably. I don't know how he felt. You have to ask him. He probably was mad at me. I don't know for yanking him out. But and I don't even know what he did. And all I know is there was a flag on him. And I don't know how many of those we had the whole game. Very emotionally charged football game. And I'd rather try to curb emotion than have no life, I'll say that.
Was there a time during this week, though, that you got concerned maybe you were playing the game on Tuesday and Wednesday rather than on Saturday?
Well, Tuesday we might have played the game a little bit. I was a little bit concerned. But after Wednesday, I don't know what I said to y'all. I said it was, I think I said that Tuesday was better than Wednesday, but really Wednesday's practice, I think I said I thought we looked tired. And we didn't practice quite the way we did on Tuesday. Tuesday was a day that, Monday night I guess was the night that Sean made his comments, and that morning Sean came to see me, and he didn't like the way let me just say this: when he read his comments, he didn't like them. He didn't feel like whoever reported on it reported wrong. He just, after he read it, it just wasn't quite the message he wanted to communicate. Some of it was, but some of it wasn't. And so he wanted to talk to me and ask permission to talk to the team. And we had a team meeting said that day anyway. So I let him go ahead and address the team a little bit about just his true intentions. And I think it did get some people mad. It probably hurt some feelings a little bit, but that wasn't all bad. And even when I read it that night, somebody shouted off the internet and gave it to me Monday night. I wasn't mad that he did that at all. I really, and even that it was public, I really wasn't that mad because I was like, you know what? It's all going to be laying out on the line, and we're going to find out. It's going to be really, really, really good, or it's going to be really, really bad. Thankfully, it was very good.
When you talk about the play of your special teams, I know that was one.
Right.
A lot of people viewed Florida as having a design.
Well, I thought our kickoff coverage was outstanding overall. I thought Colin Barber played his best game. I thought his 48-yard punt when we were backed up was huge. Got a fair catch out of it. And then he knocked a couple inside the 20, one inside the 10, one inside the 15. I would have liked to see this every time we caught the ball in the end zone on the kickoff or kickoff return. I'd like to see him just stay in there. I like the ball in the 25. You bring it out, you could fumble, you can get hurt, you can have a penalty, and you might not make it to the 25. I'm like, just take it on the 25. But so I think once or twice we had to come out of there when I wish they'd have stayed in. Extra point field goal. We missed the one kick, but they were very good at rushing extra point field goals. Number 73 especially could blast through there, and I think he did blast through on the one we missed. If he'd have kicked it straight, it might have been a block kick, so that might have even been a blessing. I'm trying to think of the other teams, but overall, I think our special teams did a nice job.
Coach, can you talk big picture here?
I'll get right there next.
Can you talk big picture here? Obviously, you're back in the driver's seat. You still got to be careful not to let down here.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, all we've done is give us a chance to play Ole Miss and make it meaningful. We know there's a lot of work to do, and even the guys were saying it before I could even say it, so that was a good sign.
Mark, could you talk? You spent 12 or 13 minutes in the post game on the field. You went from the north end zone to the south.
You timed it, huh?
The west stands. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you need to enjoy those moments.
Leave the field.
Well, as long as the fans stuck around, I was going to stick around. I don't think anybody in the Gator Nation really likes me much anyway, so I don't know if this is going to add any incentive or not. But when you have a game like that and a victory like that against again, not a good team but a great team, and your fan base is there and want to stick around and enjoy it. I wanted to stick around and enjoy it with them. I wanted our players to enjoy it because football's it's tough. It's hard. The grind of the practices and the preparation and the hours that we put in. And we all of us are fathers on our staff, and we'd like to spend more time with our wives and kids than we do. And when you have a game like that and have the type of success we had, you want to celebrate it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We definitely weren't trying to taunt anybody. We're just trying to celebrate with our fans.
Mark, tough first half there in Murray. Do you have to have a conversation with him?
Well, the only thing I told Aaron, I said, look, here's my one little bit of advice as a former QB's coach and former quarterback. I said, you've got a time. There's like a timer in your brain. You know when you progress, it's 1, 2, 3. And once you get past your progression there, then throw it away, or scramble, or run, or whatever it is. But don't just clutch. Don't just stand there, and pump it 6 times and then throw it under duress. Don't do that. We actually were protecting pretty well for him. A couple of his picks, he might have hitched up in the pocket 3 times before he cut it loose. And so I'm just like, hey, if you get to your 3rd progression and it's not there, then it's probably not a good play. Throw it away. Go run. And I said, now if you start your scramble and you see somebody, rip it to him. Now he crossed the line of scrimmage on that one, unfortunately. But that's all I said to him. And I just, we talked before the game because we talked a lot about, what being soft is and what being soft isn't. And the thing I mentioned to him and all the QBs is that, you being soft is if you get hit in the mouth a few times or sacked a few times or throw a pick here and there, and you can't stand back up and go back and play football. So that's kind of the toughness issue that a quarterback has to be able to deal with.
Mark, you talk about Bakari Rambo's pick right before half, and what did the boost y'all going into the locker room right there?
Well, it was huge. I mean, they had I guess 3 opportunities to score touchdowns and had 2 field goals, and then we had to pick in the first half. You know, field goals stink in games like this. I mean, they really do. And I hate it when we've got to attempt them, and I'm sure they hated it when they have to attempt a field goal. Because, you know, if you get 7s, you got a lot better chance of winning the ball game. That's why I was, you know, so thankful on that first, you know, one that we got in there. It's probably the best block play of the game for us in the running game. But, you know, I wasn't real thrilled that he was starting to take it out. But then I says, you know what, if he scores, I'm happy, you know. I'm just happy he didn't turn it back over, because he certainly could have fumbled it, and we'd have been kicking ourselves. But just a good job of reading it and undercutting it. You know, Rambo, he was an All-American last year. That was an All-American play.
Gators played so well in the second half, but this time y'all got better on the scoreboard. Just
Yeah. Well, we talked a lot about that at halftime. Maybe not a lot about it, but that's one thing we mentioned, that they take a lot of pride in being a second half team and a fourth quarter team, and they have been very good. You just look at the statistics of what they've done in the second half and the fourth quarter in particular, and so we knew we had to try to keep our intensity up and hopefully, you know, make the plays when they counted the most. And I mean, there's nothing like taking a knee at the end of a game like that, because if we didn't get that first down, we probably still would have had to punt. It would have been close. You know, we might have had to punt, we might not have had to punt, but we probably would have had to punt. And I wasn't really too interested in doing that, so it was nice to get that big first down at the end.
With the passing game having a lot of trouble tonight, Mark, it really, Todd Gurley, 118 yards, really stepped up.
He did.
Really when you had to have it, didn't
he? He did. He's a horse, and we tried to ride the horse a little bit tonight. He's very physical kid. Usually gets yards after his carries. He definitely secured the ball extremely well. 27 carries and no fumbles. That was big. And, you know, we like our other backs too, don't get me wrong, but it was just one of those games where a bigger, more physical guy was what the doctor ordered, because there wasn't an awful lot of space in the run game. You had to earn every inch.
Mark, you've been here some years where you all seem to have the better team and somehow lost it. To come here back-to-back, first time beating Florida, is that, you feel numb? Is that something that'll hit you?
Oh, it's just I don't know. I'm just thankful, really. I'm thankful. These games can go either way. 2 really good teams, and they you know, they got it going. I mean, they're having a heck of a season, and not many people gave us a chance, and I don't blame them. If I'd have watched the film, if I really knew football, if I was a fan and I knew football and I'm studying it, I'd say Florida would win the game. If I was just totally impartial and was watching what was going on, I would say I can't really see how Georgia can win this game, just from what, you know, was done up until this point. But I did feel like if we played our best, we'd have a good chance of winning. I feel like we played our best. I just hadn't seen us play our best very much, and that's not good. But, you know, at this point, we're okay. We still got a chance to win the East, and that's what we're hoping for.